Okay, thank you everyone for coming today. It's been a little bit of a delay just because we've, on the way here, had some bad news that we've been trying to sort of digest and look at. We were hoping to announce a couple of title fights today. We're definitely announcing one, and I'm frantically working on another. Just shame we couldn't quite get it done before we could get sat down and go through it. So we've got Peter Cope boxing Abdon Caesar for a British Challenge belt. And we did have Lee Mould due to box Trevor Crew, again for a British Challenge belt over 10 rounds, but Trevor Crew unfortunately has broken his hand. We got the phone call this morning, so we're just awaiting on the medical confirmation of that. But obviously he's in a cast for 6 weeks, so that puts that one out of contention for now. We're looking at some other options for Lee, and hopefully we'll have something to announce on that in the next week or so. But having discussions with Mal over the last few weeks, what's clear is that we need to find a good, meaningful fight for Lee, and something that's going to take him on, and we'll work as hard as we possibly can to make that happen. So, a bit of a different take on what we were expecting to announce, but that's the nature of the game, and we'll come up with something different. So, just onto the first title fight, really. Delighted to have Peter on. Been trying to get him on some of our shows for a while now, and just times and dates haven't quite worked out, and boxing on other shows. So. We've got the opportunity to put Peter on. We work with a number of sponsors who have helped us to achieve this, and delighted really that we can give him his opportunity to get a real good challenge. As most of you know, we were away in Scotland last weekend, and we got the chance to watch Abdon Caesar up close. I'd seen him on a couple of shows that Steve Wraith and I had worked on in the past, and former Cameroon international, boxed at the Olympic Games. Gave Charlie Flynn a good run for his money. For me, I think he nicked the first round, and maybe even the second round. So boxed really, really well in Scotland, and that's going to be a tough challenge and something that both Peter and Peter wanted. So again, really, really looking forward to that as a contest. I think that's going to be a real exciting contest. As I say, on to Lee. So last time we promoted Lee, it was a bit different. We had Craig Dixon, and obviously Craig and Lee put on a fantastic show. Great at Gateshead Leisure Centre. Lee brought a boatload of fans over. And Malachi was me as a Geordie for the day when he boxes on our show, so we're going to get him a nice Newcastle United shirt for the day as well. But no, delighted to have Lee on. He's a great prospect. He's doing well, and ultimately we want to try and help build his career alongside Mal and give him the platform to box on Made Television. So hopefully that helps grow things. And as I say, we'll look to try and find something in the coming weeks for Lee and get an announcement out there, so he's got a good, meaningful fight. Also on the bill, we've got quite a big bill. We've got a number of fighting chance boxers on the bill. We're going to do another press conference just to announce the full lineup closer to the week, and we'll do some build up in the week of the show. But we've got our heavyweight TK Jonah Valu, who's boxing. Again, we're looking for big things for him and looking at area titles towards the end of next year. So excited to see how he progresses. We've got Mark Dynamite White boxing and looking to go 4-0. So again, we'll be looking to step Mark up. Mark's just coming back into training and doing really, really well. So quite excited about him. We've got Jamie Jones boxing in his second professional contest at middleweight. So again, really excited to see what Jamie can do. Again, we've got another good challenge for him. We're just waiting to announce the opponent, but if it's the opponent we think it's going to be a real sort of barnstormer. Kyle Redfern, subject to him being approved by the board, which has had all of his medicals and scans and things, he'll be boxing. Kyle crosses over from MMA to make his debut at light heavy. So again, really excited about him. He brings something different, a different dimension to the show. Jamie Humble, a former England international amateur, again part of the fighting chance setup, and he's making his debut. So there's a number of lads making debuts. And then we've got people like Gary Fox who are returning, probably trying to chase down people like Peter and get into a contention for the title opportunities. So we'll see how he performs and what he does. But he's looking to try and get back into title contention and into the mix. And we've also got Bazzi Razak on the bill doing his first 6-rounder. And again, he's looking at an area title towards the end of the year. So some exciting matchups. We should also have a couple of other announcements, but we're just waiting for a board meeting next week to clarify who those other couple of lads are on the bill as well. So again, exciting bill. June the 25th, Gateshead Leisure Centre. we've partnered with Eventbrite for ticketing for this show as well. And as part of that, one of the things that we wanted to do was look at a bit of initiative for Paul Gidney. For those of you that are aware, Paul's daughter's very poorly, so we wanted to do a bit of a fundraiser, and anything we can do will be fundraising on the night. But what I've said to Mal yesterday is that we would donate 50% of any of the tickets that get sold through the Eventbrite site and donate them to Paul, because we send our best wishes to them and the family, and anything we can do to support them, we'll certainly do that. So that kind of usually make your minds up. So yeah, that in essence is the show. That's the card. There's a number of hello, your mum, you lying? Are we allowed out? Are you allowed out? You should know you're here. You're on camera. So yeah, I mean, obviously delighted to put the card on. Delighted to announce 2 title fights. Massive thanks to the 2 sponsors who have helped in Portland Consulting Engineers and NSL. Is that right, Peter? Yeah, who were supporting, put the headline act on. And yeah, pleased to be back in Gateshead and hopefully putting on a good show. I'm going to sort of hand down the table just for people to say a few words and their thoughts on their opponent and what your thoughts are on being on the bill, Peter.
You first.
I think I've had 5 fights all pulled out of me this year up to now, so it's just really, I wouldn't really say I'm very happy, but it's been frustrating, but it's good just to get a fight, I suppose, and hopefully this one comes off.
And what's your thoughts on Abdon Caesar then as an opponent? What's your take? How do you see it unfolding?
I think he's a really good opponent. He's went to the Olympics. I don't think he went home, did he?
No.
He's still here. Much like England. But he went to the Olympics and never went home. So obviously he's got some pedigree there. I know he's beat a few unbeaten fighters, so yeah, I expect it to be an hard fight.
Okay. And what's your thoughts going forward for the rest of the year? If you can get past Abdon,
if I can get a fight.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what comes up. We're hoping to get towards English title again, which I've got beat against Mitchell Smith. I'm hoping to get back up to there by the end of the year.
Yeah, this isn't an easy fight. We were offered 2, and I've took the harder one. A lot of coaches don't argue with the easy one, but I've took the hard one. His record, he's far better than his record. Far better. Yeah. Obviously, when he came over here, he'd been in the Olympics. Nobody wanted to touch him. So he's been in at the deep end all the time. He is a good fighter, and he will test Peter. But if we try to get back where we were 2 years ago, Peter's got to beat people like this. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? We can take the easy route, and it'll take us forever to get there. But I'd rather just see where we are with him. Peter's been down sparring in Manchester with Crowley, the world champion, holding his own. Smith, who went to America for box a world title, he was out holding his own. He's been down there. We know how good he is. He's just got to now put him into the ring, really.
Yeah.
Mal's seen him and Mould have some proper tear-ups, and we both know good layers, So Peter's there, and it took the Peter to produce, really.
Yeah. And I think for me that I'm quite excited to put this on because I think it is. People often say it's a 50-50 fight, but I do genuinely believe it is. I think Peter, on his day can perform and outbox most people, but as you say, Abdon's record is deceiving, and watching him at Scotland, he's a good opponent. He's a real live, credible opponent, but certainly going to make for a great contest, topping the bill on Made. Onto yourself, really, Lee. Obviously, you've just got the news probably about 5 minutes ago, which is why we sort of delayed it. So appreciate you being here.
Well, we were coming here to announce the Trevor Crowe fight, but obviously when I got here, he brought his hand, so. I'm looking at that shit. If Bazzy Razak wants to step up, I know you're saying he's doing his first 6 rounder, but there's a chance if he wants to step up, meaningful fight.
I was thinking that one, said his
name. There's a few names in the pot.
There's a few round about my way who would step up, hopefully, but I'm starting to get a fight being in the gym since January. It's right again.
And again, I think that's the thing. I think what you get with Lee is action. We found that being on the other side of the coin 18 months ago. But you're going to get an all-action fight. And for me, what we're trying to put out there is a British Challenge belt. There are plenty of people in and around that weight, so let's hope we can get a positive announcement in the next few days and get something done for that one. As you said, there's a few names in the mix there, and a few people who'll be shouting about it, I've no doubt. So let's see what we can do. But as I say, we'll, as soon as we know and it's agreed, then obviously we'll let everybody know. But appreciate you obviously coming in and sitting here, because it's difficult to take. So, Mal, I don't know whether you've got anything to add or any thoughts.
No, it's boxing, things that happen. You know, you just got to accept it and move on. That's happened. I've just got to move forward and try and make another fight for me, a meaningful fight. Simple as that.
So yeah, it's a bit of a mix. We've got some experienced lads topping the bill. As I say, we've got a number of exciting prospects coming through. June the 25th, Gateshead Leisure Centre. As I say, we're going to look to do the ticket initiative there for Paul Gidney, and hope people can get behind that, and we'll get some stuff out on social media, and we'll raise money on the night and do whatever we possibly can. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good night. It's on Made Television. There'll be a number of repeats of that, and great exposure and a great platform for North East boxing, and looking forward to everyone being a part of it. And massive thanks to our partners in Made Television, Portland Consultants, NSL, and everybody who helps behind the scenes. There's probably too many to mention in all of the relevant teams. So yeah, that's effectively everything that I've got to say. If there's any questions or anybody wants to ask any questions, feel free.
Just for Peter, of course you were going to be down at Gallagher's gym training. How was it for you to be down there training with those world champions, and how do you feel it's brought on your own game?
It was brilliant to go down there. It was brilliant to get the experience and watch how they do things that like differently or same. But that was really good. I enjoyed being there. I went down 3 times and then we stayed over once. So we was playing like every day. It was really good.
I've just got a question for Lee. I think a lot of us saw the back and forth you were having with Glenn Foot on Twitter. Is that
my best possibility. If this happening, because we took this fight, maybe it could. Well, we took this fight because it was for the better opportunity. It was on telly, get exposure, money. but like with this happening, maybe we could go back. But we'll see what Lewis comes up with, and whatever Mal decides, and I'm ready. But that's definitely a fight I'm interested in.
And in your last fight, Lee, you fell short in the sort of English title challenge. Is that sort of level you're looking to get back on?
Yep, definitely. I just want to fight really. I've had since I boxed Craig Dixon 2 years ago, I've had 2 fights. So I just need to be active
And how is it you look back on that last fight?
Well, he was a bit more experienced than I think I told during the fight. He saved his energy better, and especially with being in Blackpool, I think it was a lot closer than because the judges had it quite wide, but it was a close fight, and I definitely took a lot from it.
So you believe you can get back on and challenge that thing?
Definitely, 100%. We've had Adam up sparring since then, and we've been learning from it, and I definitely think I'll get back that level.
It's like when you box somebody that you get respect from each other, and they've been best mates since, and to say they came up and the sparring was just like the fight. It was Lee fights he spars like he fights, and it was unbelievable. The sparring.
Question for both lads. Fighting on TV, how big an opportunity is that for both of you?
I think it's a good opportunity. It's good to get some exposure locally, I think, because there's plenty of boxing shows locally now, but not many of them get on the I watched Lee's on that when he boxed Dixon last time. I didn't see it live. I did watch it on the telly, so it was good to watch.
No, it's across the Made network, so it's made in time and we're in Leeds, and there's lots of work on it.
Just the same, it just raises your profile, and it just gives the fans who weren't at the show just a chance to see you. I definitely raise my profile fighting on the telly. Like, so.
And I think that's the thing. I mean, that last fight, probably for both yourself and Craig, probably never really continued and got that momentum really, because a lot of people said it. You know, I'm going to say that I'm biased because we put the show on, but all of our lads lost. But it was. I think it was a good show, and it, you know, the exposure was good, and I think that was our start of our relationship with Made, and it sort of evolved into the last production. I think was even better. I certainly think we're better than Dave TV. It's quite easy to do that, isn't it? So quite confident with that one. But yeah, again, it's about providing a platform, and hopefully these lads use this and get on and get up, you know, where they want to be at Matchroom and on the Box Nation shows, and we can try and bring big title fights back here as well. So, you know, it's about moving the lads through and giving them exposure and helping them to sell tickets and promote themselves and get themselves wider known. So, okay. Right, is there any further questions? The lads will be about, I'll be about if people want to do any interviews afterwards. So just come and grab us. Thank you everyone for coming. Look forward to seeing you on June the 25th at Gateshead Leisure Centre.
Only got to think I'm a good little manager. Can I say that on camera?
He's not my manager, yeah.
Oh!
You've got a new manager now.
Best looking not
Not
good.
supposed to say that.
Best looking not good.
Let's get a photo.